Hello there, world of tankers, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's video, I'll be playing in the Tier 8 German tech tree tank destroyer, the Rheinmetall Borsig. A vehicle that features fantastic mobility for the small stature that it has, fantastic camouflage, and a pretty nice alpha of 600 damage per shot, 900 on HE, with the 15 centimeter that it carries. The reason in today's video why I'll be reviewing this tank is because I forgot that this tank even had a new legendary camo after receiving its PBR graphics. I knew that it got a camo, and then it just kind of got left on the back burner, because I guess there are more important things I made videos on, and then I just kind of forgot. But, you know what? I apologize, because this camo is freaking epic. I have to say, this is one of the coolest camos Wargaming's made. Definitely one of the best they've made for a Tier 8 at this point. I'm a big fan of camos like the WZ-121 GFT Tier 8 Premium TD camo, the Gong, I think it's called, or no, maybe that's, I don't know what it's called, but I like that camo a lot. And there's also the Skoda T56 Golem camo. That camo looks really cool, and I like this type of camos. I think if Wargaming does either of these types of camos, I'm fine either way. But I gotta be real, this historical camo looks sick. They put a lot of detail in it. It looks fantastic with PBR graphics, so good job, Wargaming. You've been doing a pretty solid job lately with camos, which is, as I've said in the past, a really important thing for me, because if Wargaming could start making more money off of camos, maybe they would be willing to lower the prices on their crates or make the drop chances a little better because they've been making money elsewhere. Unfortunately, when it comes to Wargaming, they'll probably just keep the crates at the same rate and have their camos ridiculously expensive, but I'd much rather gamble in crates for camos than what the current system we have is for tanks. Either way, we're going to see what we can do here. We can already notice that the enemy T-49 has gotten an absolute bonking into my AMX-30, which obviously I can't do much about. Now, in this current time, there's not much spotted. What do they have? M103, IS-5, Tiger 2. Alright, well, I mean, right now, there's nobody detected. There you go. Alright, well, if we're taking a look at what's going on right now, we can see the majority of the enemy team. And when I say majority, I mean all of the enemy team is over towards B and A. So, what that means is I'm going to try and make my way off towards this side of the map and maybe get some slaps in. We're going to find out, but never hurts to try, right? Let's go over here, and there's the Skoda T27. Maybe we can get a shot into his tank. Ooh. Ooh, there you go. Not getting shot. No, okay. I guess the T49 had a full view of the side of my tank. Interesting. Well, unfortunate. There's not much I can really say. T49 got a nice shot into me. He played it right. Alright, let's see if we can get a shell. Oof! Into the side of that Hori. I was kind of hoping that would be an HE shell, but you know what? We still got a slap in. He's dead, so not a bad result either way. Any shell that hits really hard, I won't complain about. We got the enemy Yag Tiger playing fairly aggressive here. I'm not sure what his plan is, though. Let's see. So he's playing really, really aggressive at this time. I'm hoping that I'm not spotted. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drive over this way. Okay, I'm not spotted. Nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here. The Yag Tiger just fired, so we're going to aim it on his tank. I'm actually going to fire an AP, and boom, nice slap. 549 damage into his tank, and with that, he's not too happy anymore. This is a great example of where the mobility on a vehicle like the Borsig allows this tank to be a lot more aggressive than you might initially expect. At this point, what we're going to do is we're just going to poke the Yag Tiger, and there you go. He's dead. Alright, not a bad result at all. We do have the Skoda on the back, and he's able to connect one shell into us, but that's not the end of the world. We're still alive, and we're doing fine. Now, I do need to be careful at this point, because the enemy team has a lot of tanks that can one-shot me, so yeah, I'm going to be a bit cautious with how I'm maneuvering my vehicle. It's really unfortunate that enemy T-49 gets to live with literally one hit point, but there's also not much I can do about it at the same time, so for now, I'm going to chill right here. I think this is a fairly decent spot, and we'll see what happens. I mean, we're on the path to winning this. We're up on base cap. The T-49 is a one-shot, as we can see, and the Skoda is also very low. So at this current point in time, the enemy team is not doing amazing. There's the Skoda. Hoping I'm not spotted, which I'm not, it appears. Okay. The only other tank they have is a Tiger 2, which I've not seen at all the entire game. What I'm hoping is that the M103 shoots the Object 252. Come on, shoot the object. Or no, that works too, I guess. Alright. Oh, nope, I'm spotted. Nope, 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 nope. Let's see. I'm hoping that the tiger shoots, and then I can get a slap in myself. That's what I'm kind of hoping right now. Well, the tiger's not looking at me, so I'm just going to risk it for the biscuit. Bonk! Yeah, there you go. Nice 500 tap into the tiger. And with that, he's not too healthy anymore. Alright, it was worth it to risk it. Sometimes it's a bit sketchy, but that time it was worth it. Alright, let's reload again, and... yeah! There you go. As you can see, the gun on this tank hits really, really hard. And if you're able to use it correctly, it can be an absolute monstrous game changer when you're able to use the gun. Unfortunately, we were not able to get any more damage out in this battle, but we still did over 3,000, which is a pretty solid result, especially for a tier 9 battle in a map that is quite terrible to use a tank like the Borsig. This is a good example of where I was able to use the mobility and the small profile of this tank to not only smack the Tiger 2 twice, taking off close to 1,000 hit points, but as well easily shoot the enemy Skoda for 1,000 hit points and bonk the Jagdtiger before he could even react to me. This is a good example of a team that does not allow you to do what you'd want to do in a Borsig. I did 2,564 damage, and as you can see, the rest of the team barely scratched the even 1,000 damage mark. A very unfortunate battle, but a great showcase of where tanks like the Borsig have all the firepower and all the mobility and everything they need. Unfortunately, the most important thing for a tank destroyer, especially one like the Grill, the Waffenträger Panzer IV, and the Borsig, is a teammate. That is the most important thing by far. You can be as effective as you want in the Borsig. You can nuke somebody for 1,000 hit points, but if you lose a medium or something right at the beginning of the battle, you're going to lose the game as it is. And some maps, like as you saw, I got Port Bay that game. When you get a map like Port Bay, it's almost impossible to really make a huge impact on medium side, which is where a lot of players go. Because when you go to medium side, you really can't shoot the mediums unless they cross, and you only get one real shot available if they cross the opening, which unfortunately I did not get in that game. My mediums died, and that was about it. So it's a bit unfortunate. That's just how the maps can work sometimes. I, at one point, like the fact that maps aren't dictated by tank destroyers, but at the other point also feel like tank destroyers should be able to hit opponents if they poke wrongly on maps. Now, the problem with Port Bay is it's not really available because of the way Wargaming's designed the map. There's no spots for tank destroyers to sit, especially one like a Borsig without being spotted. So Wargaming is planning on reworking Port Bay. They've already done the reworks. I've looked at it. It looks pretty cool. So maybe I'll make a video on that if you guys want to see it. But, yeah, let's see what we can do here. We got the T-92E1 capturing base A. The enemy lineup has... yes, ISU. The enemy lineup has how many mediums? Just one. So, ooh, but the G-SOAR is over there. Okay, well, clearly they may only have one medium, but they are pushing very, very aggressive over towards A side. All right, well, if that's the case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play. Maybe not. I was going to say I'm going to play aggressive towards A side as well, but I've also come to realize that my T-92E1 left, which, yeah, is not great. Okay. Very fun. I mean, you know what? That Conqueror lost health for shooting at me, so congrats. But still very annoying that I got blind fired. There's nothing else I can really do, though. This is the only spot you can sit on this map as a tank destroyer, apart from maybe up there, but it's not nearly as good of a spot, so I guess I'm just going to have to back up. Very unfortunate for me. Alright, well, we wait, and... we fire. There you go. Finally, a big slapperoonie into the enemy M103. After all of that aiming, we finally at least got a victorious shot. But with the Borsig, not every shell is going to be one that you want, because this tank, as we've gone over, does not have the best accuracy. So it's fairly common to also miss a lot of your shells in this tank. Now we got a nice shot into the enemy Conqueror, and with that, he's obviously not the happiest camper. He's trying to blind fire that bush as much as he can, so I don't blame him. Let's be real. I hit him quite hard. We also got the G-SOAR off to the side over here, and ooh, 973. Another great example of where the alpha of this tank allows it to be incredibly just devastating. I do really, really enjoy playing in the Borsig in a lot of situations, and this was definitely one of them. Oh, we got the M103 right over here. Let's aiming, and fire. Oof, there you go. Another massive slap. I don't know why that M103 put on reactive after he got nuked, but yeah, we have done already 2,600 damage. A great example of where our team, even though they were not doing great on this side of the map, we've been able to bring back with a fairly decent result. So right now what I'm hoping is that, yes, that right there, the Conqueror gets detected, which is by far the threat, the #1 threat, because this guy's obviously been blind firing at our bush the entire game. I'm just kind of hoping he pokes it. Ooh, there you go. No! And he blind fires it too. The weird thing is he's not really doing anything. He's just shooting a bush, you know? Like, I don't get it. Sometimes I understand people's points of view, sometimes I don't. That's one of the moments where I really don't. There you go. Nice 718 slap into the enemy Borsig, and with that we've dealt over 3,400 damage at this point. That Conqueror is going to lose a lot of health possibly. Yeah. Not a massive amount of health, but a decent chunk, let's be real. That's a pretty big slap. The T92E1 shoots, and that means the T54 pokes. Allows me to get an easy shot in. With that, we're up to 4,000 damage dealt at this point, and we've been able to help out our T92E1 quite a lot. So, once again, great example of the Borsig just being an absolute menace to society with the gun that it features, the alpha that it carries. It's quite a nasty tank. And there you go, able to use the mobility and the fact that this tank has a turret to finish off the enemy on this side of the map. So now all we're going to do is we're going to push over here. I could really care less about that Conqueror right now, so if I don't have to shoot him, I won't. I'm going to try and make my way over towards the Luva, rather. And can I HE him anywhere? No, unfortunately I cannot, but I'll take a 530 damage slap into his tank. We've dealt 5,000 damage at this point, and the ISU gets a nice slap in, finishing him off. So, what a great battle to end off this game with. I'm so glad that I did not show the game where I was just bickering and sad about our Port Bay battle, and I decided to do just one more. Sometimes you get into that blitz addiction, and you're like, ugh, that team was really bad, but maybe if I play one more battle, I can get a better one out, and this was definitely one of those situations. Sometimes it's terrible, and you just get a bad streak after bad streak, but hey, 5,000 damage, we killed 4 tanks, we absolutely, or not 4 tanks, we assisted 4. We destroyed 1. But we pulled out an ace, got a high caliber, massive 125,000 credit payout, and absolutely carried our team into victory, helping everybody out. You can see where the Borsig's capabilities are absolutely massive. We took 1,000 off the Titan 50 bore D, 1,200 off the M103, 1,000 in one shot off the G-SOR. We nuked the enemy Borsig, nuked the Luva, and the fact that this tank has the turret, the fact that it has the mobility and the camo to really work so many spots allows it to be as aggressive as it really wants, as you saw in that game. So overall, I really like the Borsig. Think it's a bit underrated, and let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.